give some people some time to jump in because random people like to show up at random times. Let's see if the monitor's working. Okay, we're live. Okay, cool, we got sound. Let me go grab my drink. Welcome to Daddy Syntax Predicts the Future once again. In his pajamas. In my workout pajamas. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. I've been doing this a long time, and sometimes I laugh and shock myself, but I want you guys to go to the War Angels Part 3 stream and look at the comments and look at the comment that I left. Okay? It's very strange because this weird ability, sometimes it comes out very indiscriminately and randomly, and it just pops out there and things happen. So I was discussing about today's date and how this would be when we'll know which direction things are going to go into, and I'll explain to you how disorganized and how there's factions and there's fighting and the whole thing, man. I'm not going to repeat myself, but I said, how funny would it be? How funny would it be in the comments, okay? In the comment from the War Angels 3 stream, how funny would it be if they nominated Trump to be speaker, and then 10 hours later? I mean, guys, at this point in the game, if you still don't believe in the woo, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, you have to just laugh at life. You have to just laugh, okay? Nothing is what it seems. I hope that making myself look at Moto Mercado or Madame Cleo is gonna help bring you guys a little closer to spirituality and to the nature of reality, because this place is so strange. This world is so strange. That's why I laugh at my own suffering. When you recognize the nature of this reality, what it really is, it's like, it's very difficult to take anything like completely seriously. It's just. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, but when I said, I've been telling people this for a very long time, and I've been explaining and from all the different sites and hinting at it. I've been explaining to you guys about the age of Pisces and the karma cycle. But praise Kek Almighty, because this is the ultimate universal troll. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. Just the fact that Speaker McCarthy was going around when Matt Gaetz threatened to get him out, he's like, go ahead, try it. And then he fucked around and found out. And then Nancy Pelosi gets evicted from her office. And then they nominate Trump 12 hours after I said it was going to happen. If you fuckers don't believe this now, I give up. I just give up. I give up. What else can I tell you guys? Like, I'm just sitting here like laughing my ass off because it's a cosmic joke. This whole thing is a joke. I mean, all the suffering and the ill and stuff is not funny at all. I really feel bad for people suffering, but you gotta have some fun with it once in a while, guys. You gotta have some fun with it. The potato and chief's gonna be fighting a freaking fruit. You got literally Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. Matt Gaetz is the guy who ousted the McCarthy dude. Like, if you take a picture of Beavis and Butthead and took Butthead and put it next to McCarthy, like, if you don't think that God has jokes, I don't know what to tell you guys. But it looks like we're going towards timeline C. And I really feel bad for all the trolls. You guys deserve what's coming for you. You deserve all the retribution. Your reputation's being destroyed, and for all the meek to inherit the earth back. You really deserve it. You deserve it to go up in your face. We don't forgive, we don't forget. Forgiveness is for God, we always remember. So it's not my job to forgive people. It's God's job. Yeah, all we have to do is accept the fact that they're stupid and crazy. So, people are like, oh, you look like you're in good spirits. Like, no, my life stresses are still the same. I still got all the problems. But damn, the small fucking troll wins. Like watching the gods play this game in real time. It's just so comical, man. Could you imagine if Trump becomes the Speaker of the House? Like, I don't give a shit about either party. I just love watching. It's like WWE. Like, holy shit, guys. This is like the ultimate level of trolling, and it's just starting. It's just starting, man. And I fucking called it. Alright? I called it. That's why they've been hiding me. That's why they've been restricting me. I've been playing their stupid little game, letting them hide me and treat me like a freaking, in exile. But the king is returning, boys. I'm coming back to take back my throne soon. Okay? This whole place belongs to me. Okay? The whole place is my territory, okay? I'm supposed to rule this earth in the name of tech and trolls. Holy shit. I don't know what else to say, man, but I threw that comment on the War Angels 3 stream, because I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it, but then something forced me to say it. So I commented it, and 12 hours later, it's happening. I mean, guys, you're at this point. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not doing this because I want everybody to know that I'm some I have magic superpowers. I want you to realize that, these things are real and that you have abilities to, interact with this reality that you would think are impossible. Okay? And that's really what I'm trying to do here is get you to suspend your disbelief for a moment, and realize ye are gods. Okay? Then, because the whole point of teaching martial at the end of the day is that if you don't learn real martial arts and you don't feel safe and secure in your health and your person, you can't have time to think about spirituality. Most of you guys don't even look at the sky. You live like robots in the Matrix. That's always been the point. It's always been the point. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick live stream just to gloat and laugh and let you know the shit's going to go down, guys. And like I said, it doesn't matter which team wins. Even if the super good guys and the interdimensional alien peoples come and save the day, it's going to take a long time to correct the damage and the trauma that people have gone through. Even the most stable of you are traumatized and broken. This place has been ruled by fucking interdimensional demon spawn for way too long. And, people don't even know what it is to live like a good human. You don't even understand it anymore. So that's really been the point. And, to give you guys some hope, if I can make it through, then you try to imagine, the kind of people that have been trying to stop me and, how much I've been through, and, even my own, because look, man, all the prophets go through the same shit, right? Even my own family, imagine, you have somebody telling you, all this stuff. Imagine someone, your family's telling you, all this stuff is happening, I'm fucking leaving. You're crazy, you're this, you're that. And then while it's happening, they're still saying you're crazy. Oh, it's not possible, blah, blah, blah. I haven't spoken to family or friends in years, when I did this prediction, she was like, listen, man, I knew it was happening. And I told everyone I was willing to ruin my reputation. Alright? Put my entire life on the line to save people, And I threw away my entire life's work. The entire fucking New York, party scene, metal scene, I put my I threw my entire name and career under the bus for these predictions, okay? I lost everything. Alright? And I've been under attack constantly in ways that you would not even understand. So I don't care what happens to me. Just to know that these idiots, these trolls, and these scumbags are gonna be seeing this and shitting their pants now because they know what's coming. All the guys in the back end of YouTube and Meta who were fucking with me, when I'm telling you your time is coming, and now you fucking better be terrified. You should be terrified, guys. You should be terrified. If you don't get it by now, you fucked around and found out. And today's just day one, you know? And it doesn't matter to me if there's like Armageddon or if there's like, you know, another proof thing. I don't care. Like, any of this doesn't mean anything to me. This is a game. I'm just waiting, you know, I'm playing it out to the final level, see the ending of the game, whatever that may be. I don't care. But you fucks, man, you guys, I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've been waiting for this for a long time. You will be as lepers. You will be as lepers, all of you. Because, like, it doesn't matter where they go from here. It's like either everybody loses or, you know, just the bad guys lose. But no matter how you cut it, they're not going to be able to avoid dealing with the karma for everything that's happened. And all the people who supported it, you know, all the crazy blue whale, as they call them, and all these like weirdos, you know, trying to get us to like live in cages for our entire lives and like eat bugs and shit. Like, could you imagine? Like, I don't want to say that. They'll definitely get rid of me. But let's see what happens with this emergency broadcast. Let's see what happens. Because that would be a trip. That would be a trip. You know, you know how crazy it would be? Because there is a small variant timeline here where the massive corruption exposed and countless people are going to get their heads cut off. Like literally military style. That is a possible timeline. That is a possible timeline. You know? And that would be really bizarre. But God, I'm afraid to even tell you guys, but the amount of people that are in power right now that are intertwined and corrupt, that the domino effect and the amounts of treason and sedition charges that will come, it will be it'll be almost a Holocaust. It will be a Holocaust. You see, that's the thing about the way this system works in lawfare and paper trails and like how everything has to be on the square, on the paper, you know? And once that domino falls, there's no escaping that. You're talking about hundreds, maybe 500,000 people are going to wind up getting their head chopped off for treason and sedition. That's how bad it is. It'll be intertwined with international corporations, there's going to be people getting their head chopped off. I mean, literally, like, the punishment for treason and sedition is not good, guys. It's not good, you know? And while the timeline variance, you know, it is a possibility. It is a possibility. And but no matter how we look at this, even if the good guys win, whichever you think that is, it's still going to be a disastrous mess. There is no easy way out from this position. There's no easy way out. I've waited for this. I've been preparing for this time my entire life, guys. My entire life has been working and waiting for this time to see the fucking veil take off and see, like, this is it, guys, the grand reveal. I've been waiting for this my entire life. It doesn't matter what happens, because either way, it's going to be fucking fun as shit. You know? Because if the crazy, like, alt-left blue and down people win, then we get to fight the zombie apocalypse. And that's going to be great, because I trained my whole life for that. Okay? And if, like, the praised Q guys win, whatever the fuck, you know? Then, you know, it's going to be interesting to watch all the leftoid, like, zombies get their heads chopped off for treason. And then any timeline in the middle, it's still going to be entertaining. It's going to be great. Who's that? Your daily dose of aesthetic. What's up, man? That's okay. At least you said it. Oh my God. This is going to be A great, great time, boys. A great, great time. And, you know, it's going to be fun. Oh my God. Guys, I've waited my whole life for this. For this moment. Like, just waiting. Waiting. Oh, thank you. I don't even know who you are, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The only people that love me are either nerds, warriors, or trolls. So, and maybe your mom because I'm cute. Oh, I'm laughing. I just got the sleepies in my eye, but I might as well be crying because I'm crying. So you know, I don't know who you are and what name you're coming under. If you watched my War Angel streams, the last one, I made one more prediction in the comment section that just has me fucking rolling. Just rolling. Alright? I said, wouldn't it be funny if they nominated Trump for Speaker of the House? I mean, guys, we're in a time where God has jokes, and we have a potato and an orange fighting for power. A fucking potato and an orange. Praise Keck. Okay? What is it about? This is about being awesome. That's what it is. Come on, guys. With the fucking random troll guys. What this is about is that later on my friends will come here and they're going to have a good laugh. That's what it's about. Oh. What this is about is that, you know, I may have put a curse on a bunch of people. Just possibly. You know? And it would just be funny if, like, you know, you just see a whole bunch of, like, crazy leftoids getting, like, stabbed and dropped off of roofs and, you know, political rivals falling apart and trolls on the internet having their lives destroyed because they were just evil people for too long, fucking with the wrong person, you know? And then all these coverings like the Eastern Star doing their little rituals and sacrifices against people like me. Oh, I wonder what happens to them. You know, it's just a great time to be alive and watch this shit show unfold. All the handlers, you know, the shadow banning. Oh no, but you know, people forget that I was a pro gamer and I was making thousands of dollars a month trolling trolls. I don't really mind the trolls. You see, when you learn about social engineering and how things operate, you can, you know, use anything to your advantage. The whole point is to like make people think you're at a disadvantage. The trolls actually never bothered me. They're just part of the game. So you gotta play the people playing you. That's what you gotta do. And time is almost up, boys! What was that? What's about time? A potato ate an orange. But potatoes can't eat oranges. So... But praise Keck. Praise Keck. Free Kekistan. What else can you say? You know, what else can you say? You know what I mean? But I just wanted to come on here and rub it in everybody's face. Just rub it in everybody's face and just terrorize the trolls because, you know, it's going to be bad for you guys. You know, I wasn't kidding when I said there's a little baby curse. Just a little one. A little baby one. You know? And you guys deserve it. You all deserve it, and I can't wait. I can't wait to watch you guys squirm. It's gonna be great. You guys deserve it. Shitty people. You know, nothing is worse than when people have like everything, and you know, everything that's important in life, and they don't appreciate it, and they live like fucking scumbags. You know? It's just bizarre. Oh, bro, you should have seen my live streams. I'm like, I have no idea. Like, the whole wave of like Dr. Disrespect, I started that whole shit. I'm not even joking. Okay? I'm not joking. Like, Yeah, my fucking shit was funny. You know, I'm a funny, sexy bastard. What can I tell you? But I don't even need to be a comedian, bro. Like seriously, look at what's happening, yo. Like, just look at what's happening. The fucking zombie apocalypse. The fucking potato in chief. You know what I mean? Just the fact that I have a potato and an orange fighting for power is just a fucking comedy in itself. You know? I just can't even. I just can't even. But how fucking great would it be if they went so far as to actually nominate Trump and then these investigations flip and then the biggest exposure in human history goes down and internationally hundreds of thousands of people get their heads cut off? Well, if your friends like come, I normally don't do these streams here, but this is the final hour. Normally I keep my identity separate, as all the handlers know, but the final hour is approached and I gotta tell the boys. Well, yeah, feel free to sub. I might start doing my political stuff back on Rumble and BitChute soon, because that's funny shit. Like, if you saw my live stream, that was funny shit. You know, like, it was good. But I can't talk about that here because, you know, unfortunately YouTube stole the devil. As much as I respect them, because even though, you know, when they send the trolls in the shadow ban, I give them credit because at least they didn't lie about people. When they try to get rid of people, they just fuck with their channel, they'll fuck with, you know, the views, but they don't lie. So I give YouTube credit, which is why I'm still sticking around here, you know, even though they fucked with me the same way else. But it's kind of the government's fault, you know, putting me on their list, you know. But it's just so nice to not have to make believe I don't know anymore. You know? It's nice to not have to hide from the idiots. Oh my god. And I got like fucking cat all up in my glasses. But yeah, it was fun. But yeah guys, after these 4 streams, if you guys aren't terrified of life and me, I don't know what to tell you boys, but yeah. So everybody that fucked with me is coming back to you times 3. What can I tell you? But I love you guys. Nice to see the new peoples, the new trolls, the new nameless peoples. Enjoy the show. But damn, that'll be a fucking funny timeline, man. If it actually swings all the way to the right that fast, man, it's gonna be a fucking shit show. Oh yeah, they're all saying that shit. Look, like I said in my other live streams, I don't know where where you guys are no namers with whatever the fuck your names are. I don't know which ones you've seen, but like look, I played in black metal bands with guys like from Norway that burn fucking churches, okay, like real deal Satanist people, and they're nowhere near satanic like the people in pop culture. Like black metal is not satanic enough to be mainstream. Okay? You know when the people who are burning fucking churches are not satanic enough to be cool in the mainstream. What do I think about BB Gay? I mean, I think it's, look, I'll be honest, I'm just trolling. I think it's a great sport. Like, I know a lot, I've got to play with some world champions, and, I respect them a lot. I respect the sport, but, like, look, I've done private security, I live in the hood. That shit's not good for you. You know what I mean? Like it's great to have as a toolkit. Like you need the basics of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know what I mean? Like the escapes and stuff like that. But to make that your main system and think of it as prideful self-defense, if you're a sport and you're doing it for sport and you love the art, fine. But when you're gonna try to convince yourself that shit is real self-protection in real life, and that's all you need, you're fucked. You're fucked. And then there is something a little to be said about the homoeroticism of it. Because if you like to be half naked, oily, rolling on the floor with guys all day, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, the truth is funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I was growing up, look, I had a lot of gay friends growing up, and it wasn't this thing, but even they would have said it's kind of gay. Actually, they did say it was kind of gay. You know, in the 90s when it first came out, like, what do I think about guys? I don't think about guys. You know? What's up, Sean? You just catch this live. You just got here. Sean, look at the fucking comment. Look at the comment I put on the last stream. Right after I commented and responded to you. There's nothing wrong with being gay. It's just funny. It's just funny. Come on. We're from the 90s. Like, see, that's the thing. I grew up in a different era where my gay friends would everybody made fun of everybody. Everyone wasn't so fucking sensitive. God. Jesus Christ. Can't make it, you know, it's like nothing, you can't make fun of anything anymore. Like, you know, like, fuck. It's South Park gay. Listen, man, if you want to fucking take rides up the Hershey Highway, more power to you. Listen, you know, if you've never had your asshole eaten out, you've never lived, okay? It is what it is. You know, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, don't try to act like you're the super machismo guy when you like to be rubbing up on guys for 3 to 5 hours a day. Okay? Like, I learned martial arts to keep smelly guys from touching me. That's so I could be humping them for hours. Okay? Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm sorry, you know, like, no. Like, it's like, I learned wrestling, I did it, but I did it because I fucking hate it. I hate people touching me. In fact, when I teach Tai Chi, I'm like, the first move is, don't touch my shirt. Don't touch my shirt. Don't touch my shirt. Oh yeah, I used to be kind of famous. I used to be a big deal. I was the first person, I was canceled way before people even knew who Alex Jones really was. Like, I've been in this game for a long time, boys. 3 different names. I'm a legend. I mean, literally, I'm not just being like a facetious asshole, I'm a fucking legend. Okay? So, and it'll come out. It'll come out soon. I'll answer any questions you have, but bro, you didn't miss anything. I just came here to gloat. I just came here to gloat and laugh in everybody's fucking face because today's the motherfucking day, bitches. This is day one where you cannot deny the woo is real, and I didn't want to do it. I wanted to retire in happiness, but you know the gods have said this is what it has to be. And I'm hoping that me exposing the real woo and the occult shit is going to wake a lot of people up and get them to fix their fucking lives. Because God's always watching, even when you potty, okay? So even when you go poo-poo, okay? God's watching. Yeah, it's so offensive. You're fucking right. Oh, yeah, you can roll with women, but like whenever I roll with a woman, it turns into a sword fight, and they don't have a sword, so it's kind of not fair. You know what I mean? So I just don't. And no, and honestly, like, I'm not being a dick, but the level that I'm on in martial arts, like, there's no woman on the fucking planet that's gonna be able to touch me. You know, if like some of the best professionals in the world couldn't move me, you know, a little girl ain't doing anything. Okay, and I've obviously had to teach girls, I've wrestled with girls, but it's just like. It's like they're wrestling with a metal tree. It's not even funny. It's a disgrace. What do I mean about what? Because it's hard to follow the chat, guys. Sorry. Ronda Rousey wouldn't be able to even move me. Look, I don't like to. Again, people who really know me, I don't talk about like. My experience and my challenge matches and the people I've wrestled, especially professionals, because I never did it to get recognition or like compete with them or ruin their name. And to have some no name like me that toss them around doesn't make them look good, so I don't talk about it. And I don't want the publicity, and I don't want to be known as some famous fighter guy. But I can guarantee you that I've handled some world champion guys who are friends of my friends, and there's no fucking way Ronda Rousey's gonna even move me. She's just not. It's just not gonna happen. You know, and I love that chick. You know what I mean? She's badass. She's super good, but it's just not gonna happen. So, I mean, right now I'm running around 200 right now at 6'3". So there's no fucking way. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I understand A is left wing, C is the right wing. Well, let me explain to you how I see it. Give me a second. I need a piece of paper with pen. You know, you have 50 pens, and then you can't find one that works. What the hell? Okay, this one works. Where's my book? Are you fucking kidding me right now? What is this? Okay, well this will work. So, I have to give you a basic lesson, Sean, but I'm gonna start off with this. Let me see if I can make this work for you. So, I gotta go. Oh, all right, man. See you soon, buddy. Nice to see you. Welcome to the shit show party. 27 on my battery. Okay. So, let's just assume reality is rendered like a blockchain. Okay? So, I have to give you an understanding how I see this working, okay? And how remote viewing and all this stuff works. Everything's a fractal, right? So anything that's created has to be a fractal of the other things. So the internet works the same way that the Ethernet, the ether and the Ethernet, they work the same way, okay? So AE or E, it's ether. So the way that reality works is that it's rendered as a blockchain and you have a ledger, okay? So the Buddha talks about this. This pen exists in this time-space coordinate because when it was made, someone looked at it, and then the 12 monkey theory, in his consciousness is a ledger saying this thing is a fixed item in this position, and then it's collectively recognized as a fixed item. So now we have an observer effect, and it's now solidified. You understand? But if we were to stop looking at it, it's actually here and not here at the same time. I know this sounds crazy, but nothing is actually solid in this reality. So this pen is not really solid. It looks solid, it feels solid, it's a very persistent illusion, but it's not real. And whenever we're not looking at it, it's there, but it's not there at the exact same time, okay? Now, the reality is rendered at, for us, is at 33 frames per second, okay? So we're clicking through, blinking through reality. And let's just say you're starting on this point, and then each one of these lines is a click on the timeline, okay? So we have these dots, and you have steps that you're following, and this is your timeline, okay? So you're going up the timeline like this. However, there is a matrix grid that runs crisscross. So every time you make a decision, you can go to this timeline or this timeline or this timeline. So there's a possibility, an unrealized timeline, right, where you're literally the president of the universe, okay? But it's so many steps away from you that in order to actually manifest it and bring it into physical reality, it's too far away. And because of the consensus ledger of agreement of reality to make things solid, it's very difficult, which is why people say don't tell people your plans and don't make wishes out loud. Andrew Tate's built like me, okay? Andrew Tate's built like me, not the other way around. I was here first. The Illuminati basically stole part of my personality to give it to this guy. So anyway, but yeah, I'm the original fucking top G, and bring that to the fucking bank. So the way the timelines work is you're sitting here, and this is you, right? And then you have consensus ledger, like the blockchain. So in order for things to manifest, there has to be a possible acceptance, and people have to be accepted, which is why you see things when you try you say don't wish on something because your friends and people will bring it against you and they'll fuck with it. Because it's consensus ledger theory. Things are not solid until people observe them. You understand? So when I say that there's multiple timeline possibilities, when remote viewers and psychics and people, that's why some psychics will get, there's a psychic named Utsava, okay? Her name is Utsava. And she talked about this because she was one who, like me, predicted that the orange man was going to win. And then everyone else was like, no, he's not going to win. Well, there's two reasons why there's a discrepancy in the readings. One is that people are either reading the other variant of a possible timeline, right? And they're also what they want to happen. So they're starting to like point themselves to observe the timeline they want rather than being outcome independent and just looking, right? Like a Buddha. The other issue is that they could be seeing like, how was it? Just keep it simple, because I want to keep it simple for you. So the idea is like, it's not really solid. So like in Donnie Darko, you have this thing coming out of your heart and you're following this trail. When you can jump a certain amount of steps to another timeline. So I was saying there's three variants that are happening and we're at this crossroad, this singularity crossroad where the timeline looks like that. Okay? And it's a divergent system. And as we approach this next eclipse, it's going to solidify into the next version. And what I was saying to you guys, that these leaders and these people and these things that have been running this, they're not as smart or as cohesive of a unit as you think they are, and the plan is not what you think it is. Okay? And I don't even know what the fuck that is, but whatever. So, Sean, is that making sense? So the reason why it's like we can't say is because not only are there all the people's free will independent decisions, because this matrix is happening in 3 dimensions. So it's like, while you're on this flat 2D grid, right, you have the intersecting decisions and account ledger, consensus ledger, that's interacting, that solidifies timelines, which is why it's very difficult for people to get out of their tax bracket or out of a certain society or out of the thing. You have to fight to get out. Because the observer consciousness of the collective keeps things in fixed position in time space. So that is why it's so difficult. Okay? And that's why you have to be a ninja and like, you know, learn the system and learn how to game the system. Okay? Because otherwise you'll get crushed by it. Because it's basically a prison that the other inmates physically and metaphysically are locking you down in. And that's why they need to be programming you on TV and internet, constantly programming on television, because they need you to solidify a timeline. Like I always say this, metaphysics, you can think of it as a metaphor for physical psychology, right? You don't have to believe in the actual fucking quantum physics part of this. To render reality, right? If we get everyone to think the same way, they're going to manifest and create the reality that they want. If the people that run the TV and the money will keep telling you that you need to worry, eat bugs, and blah, 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 then you're going to, oh, that's the only option for me. I'm a fucking robot. So that's what happens. So it's why it's very important that if you don't believe in metaphysics and quantum mechanics and stuff like that, you see it as a metaphor. Because it still manifests in physical reality the same way, whether or not you believe in the woo, right? Because if you just take that woo science and put it as a metaphor for reality, it happens the same fucking way. It's not that they need it, it's that it happens by nature of design of the system, of the demiurge. So it's like each tribe will collectively come together for a purpose or a unified collective theory, right? We call it critical factor. So every tribe it's called a SOC, a self-organizing collective. So self-organizing collectives form over many ideas. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's not that it's based upon, a tribe is based upon having common terms, right? And that can be manipulated with social engineering, which is what's happening. So now what they've done is these fucking evil things have basically used that to collectively fuck with each corner of the peoples, box them in, predict their movement, and have them manifest a timeline of their choice. It's called magician's choice. How to solidify reality on your own? So that's what I'm trying to get at. So you can't. So this is the thing about the duality of the Tao. You can have a timeline of your own, but you can't have one on your own because it's interdependent. So while you are an individual consciousness, you are interdependent and cannot be separated. So it's like all this matter, and the reason why there's decay in this realm, and all things are and suffering, all things are come, right? All things are emptiness. Because all this reality has been dragged from this original primordial force, right? The Ka, the force, and been manipulated into shapes that it's a natural original shape. So everything wants to be de-evolved back into its primordial ooh, okay? So it's very difficult to understand this concept for most people. So you can manifest certain things, but it's again based upon the resistance of the consensus ledger. So you have to be able to hack around the variables of the consensus ledger, of the ethereal blockchain. That's the reality. And there's a difference between manifesting and co-creation. Okay? A lot of manifesting is basically you're manipulating energy and pulling it from one section to another. Right? It's like playing the shell game, and you're surrounding, moving the shells around. Instead of going to the original force and trying to create something from nothing, which is possible and not possible at the same time. Because you can't create something that's not creatable. So that's why it's difficult. You have to just look at your own life. You've done it successfully. You've done it successfully, you just don't even know it. That's what I explained to you. Like, everything here is manifested by the consensus ledger. Like, and you can just look at quantum mechanics. This pen does not exist and exist at the same time. When nobody is looking at this pen is in a fixed but not fixed position. And once you look at it, it becomes solid again. I know this sounds bizarre. Right? And that's why looking at certain timelines can actually manifest them. Now then you have the physical propagation of it, was when people through an idea manifest the idea into physical form. Everything starts in the etherical plane first and then comes down and then it manifests in physical form. Right? The Man-I Festival. The Man-I Festival. Because you're going through manifestation rather than co-creation. Because again, it's the difference between white magic and black magic is that when you're dealing with like the prime creator force, you can create things from nothing, right? You can be a musician and you can like, just improvise stuff. Like you see me do all the time, right? I was going, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine, great. When you're sparring in a free flow. It's in a co-creative flow. That's what Tai Chi's teaching you. Or you can try to manifest a win by force and will. And when you do that, you have to sacrifice something else. And by doing so, but it's manifesting and pushing through, you basically have to steal energy from one thing to get energy to another thing, rather than having this self-perpetuating wheel. So, in order, and again, there's a lot of resistance issues, there's a lot of things going on. Sometimes, and then again, if you really believe in the woo, then you have spirit guides and shit. Who's this? Frank David Melzner? Never heard of it. Pierre David Melzner? Never heard of it. I never heard of that guy. Send the link in the Discord. And then you have other issues, because then you have like spirit guides, and there's like, every religion has different versions of this, the jinn, demons, archangels, guides, aliens, whatever the fuck you want to call these, collective interdimensional thought forms. Oh. But, you gotta think sometimes it's not meant to be, sometimes the timing's wrong, sometimes for your protection, your higher self will like put roadblocks in the way because it's not meant for you to do something. And you'll notice when you do something that's not in alignment with like universal good, it always has trouble. However, if you do something that's in hyper alignment with universal good, you will have all the agents of the matrix come after you, which you've watched and seen what's happened to me in a little bit. You know a little bit. So, we have to hide. You know what I'm saying? Which is why you've seen fragments of my existence and who I am as a person. Which is why it's funny, people are coming over and saying, oh, this guy's built like Andrew Tate. I'm like, Andrew Tate built like me. They stole his personality from me. The Illuminati, It's literally what they do, okay? I know it sounds fucking crazy. But no, he's like it's just a younger version of me with the Illuminati money. But he went down the wrong path, because he didn't take the spiritual path early enough. So, and that's why he got trapped in the Muslim world, because now he's this is what happens. But he's only doing that for protection, because it is what it is. But they'll fuck around and find out soon enough. But yeah, that was what I wanted to tell you. I hope that makes sense. But if something is giving you great resistance, you have to decide for yourself: is it giving you resistance because it's not meant for you, or is it giving you resistance because it's going to help a lot of people? Because in every single religion, the enemy runs this place. And if you don't believe in Hasatan, the adversary, because Satan is not a being. Satan is not one individual. Okay, I know everybody got confused and thinks that Jesus is Lucifer and Satan, and Lucifer is Satan. No. In the original teachings, okay, Yeshua or Isa, okay, not Jesus, whatever, is Lucifer. Is a single individual entity. Okay? And then you have Satan, Hasatan, which is the adversary, just means that who opposes, which is a race or legion of beings. Right? So you gotta understand the real story of what's going on here and what runs this place. And if you don't believe in metaphysics, it's a metaphor for just the dark psychology of humanity based on fear and scarcity. You understand? Hi, how you doing? So, if you really want to learn about real Christianity, you have to read the Gnostic texts. I mean, some of us are just born knowing the story, but if if you're too scared to read any of the banned books that were banned by the people who supposedly killed your God, then you're a fucking idiot and you deserve to be a slave. So, but the problem is that most people are trained 13 years of forced indoctrination to not think for themselves, to be repeaters of information, to stand on information that was given to them somebody else to confirm their identity and validity in their identity. So that's why it's so difficult to change people's worldview. Like I was a hypnotherapist, I was trying to help people that were coming out of cults and shit. And deprogramming and exit counseling is extremely difficult. It's it's very hard because your subconscious identity of I am self has been attached to ideas that aren't yours, and when the ideas have been challenged, you think you're being attacked and murdered. So then you go crazy. You're like, I can't, how many of you guys are just waking up from the blue and on side? Jab, I'm a zombie, I hate the orange man. You know what I mean? So it's very difficult to wake up and realize that you were wrong and deal with that pain. Okay, and go inside yourself and sit in it, and sit in the fact that I was betrayed, I was fucked up, I was indoctrinated, I. Okay? And then when you wake up to that, and you start to look around you, you're gonna see. So, but honestly, Sean, I would suggest taking a little time off of that nonprofit thing, and it's not a good time just yet. I would wait a little bit, give it a little breather, let things settle down, because things are crazy right now. You know what I mean? And just keep it on the back burner for a couple of weeks. Give yourself a little break, because it's gonna get wild, guys. And now that this is happening, the other side's gonna have to retaliate to keep control. So when you put an animal in the corner, even a chihuahua, they get violent and they do crazy shit. These beings do not care or value life in any way. And what they do is, if you want to know the fucking truth, learn about narcissistic personality disorder. Not like narcissism, I like to look at myself in the mirror. No. I'm talking about the personality disorder, cluster B, narcissism. And learn the tactics that narcissists naturally use. That is what the political left is. It's the Borg collective, and they've weaponized autism and narcissism. That's what, if you are a leftist of any kind, if you're left of center, you have been brainwashed and indoctrinated and infected. And the entire methodology is narcissistic personality disorder. Gaslighting, flying monkeys, lack of empathy, psychopathy, okay, like these crazy traits. And they will use your morality and your good nature against you. See, when you're like an angel, or an earth angel type person, you only have 3 options in any situation. If you're an evil fuck, you have ultimate possibility. There's no limit to what you can do. So that's a distinct advantage. Imagine you're playing chess with somebody and they're allowed to cheat at every step of the turn, and you're not. They can literally take the water at you, like whatever it is. They just shit on the board and like make you fucking give up. So like they don't care about morality, and when you have morality, they twist and they turn and they get into your heartstrings. How many people were sitting there telling little baby kids to have masks in their face, locked in a car, no human contact, like insane shit on the... How many... Look, the internet laws they're trying to push on YouTube right now. And the guys are saving the kids in the UK. Oh, we gotta save the children. Don't you care about the children? This is massive manipulation. The whole point is to use morality against you. Learn the fucking game. Learn the game. Learn the game yesterday. Learn it quick. Okay? Because time's up, boys. Time's up. But anyway, back to gloating. I've been saying today's the day, boys. Today's the day. You know, it starts now, so it looks like we're going this way. Alright? But either if we just go this way, in the middle, it's going to be a bad day for a lot of people. I would love to see Timeline Q. You know? I would love to see that one. That would make me happy. That would make my suffering worthwhile. So, but I just wanted to gloat and remind the trolls that their time is coming, and there may have been just a small little curse. A small little one. You know, I'll pay for it with the guys upstairs later. That's fine. It's worth it. Well, my battery on my phone's gonna die. I wasn't even planning on doing the stream this long, but you guys came to show up and some questions, so I hope I answered them. But yeah, so which is why I was saying praying is very important. And I don't mean like in the Muslim, Christian, Jew way. Okay, I mean you could either pray like you're being preyed upon, or you could pray like a lion. Oh no, anytime. You're good. Yeah, Sean, anytime. But you need to pray like a lion. You have to believe in the fact that this isn't real, right? The way I was taught the real Buddhism, the cult Buddhism, the Buddha could take this and turn it into anything he wanted by looking at it. He wanted it to be an apple, it'd be an apple. He wanted to walk through the wall, he'd walk through the wall. Because none of this is actually solid. So, we have been degenerated and de-evolved to a point where you don't even remember that that's even possible. You know? So, when people talk about like the ancient Chinese Wu magic tricks, and like, oh, it's not possible. It's not possible for you. Alright? But you guys have seen what I can do, and I'm nowhere near the ancient legend people. So, I think I've shown the veil of possibility, and that was the whole point. Okay? Like, everyone that's ever taught me and trained me, oh, you gotta keep it secret, hide from the public, blah, blah, blah. But nice to meet you, man. Thanks for stopping by. But my phone's gonna die in a second anyway, so I'm just wrapping it up. But I hope that my abilities here have been enough to show you that a couple hundred years ago, those legends are real. Like, I was able to do the sword stepping, and I'm not bullshitting you. Okay, I was able to fucking jump up and run on someone's sword. I mean, when I was in my like 19s, 20s, there's like really shitty videos of you know, people like back in the days, like the old cell phone cameras, where you see me like running across like little sticks on the beach and shit and sparring on there, like all kinds of weird stuff. You know, I can't. You know, I'm out. I'm done. But all the woo shit, guys. You know, the psychic woo stuff, the fucking tai chi woo stuff. The whole point is to show you that if me, the guy who's supposed to be this ghetto asshole, can do all these things, you should be able to do them too. Right? And if you can't, you should get really pissed at the things that run this world that stopped you from being your real self and getting to see the reality as it's supposed to be. So that's the point. So it's not gonna make me famous, and I just want to play fucking metal, drink beer, and hang out with like, you know, porn stars. Not anymore, because they're disgusting now. I don't even need hot chicks anymore. Now everybody's a model. Alright guys, I love you guys. In your human tongue I say I love you. I'm grateful for your presence, practice your gratitude. And I'll see you guys next time. Glad to answer your questions. And enjoy the show. 2:22 p.m. today. See what happens. You know, is the FEMA EBS alert going to bring the zombies? You know, is it going to trigger the 5G protein shedding in the vax people? You know, is it going to announce that all the tribunals are happening? Or is it going to be some boring ass message, boop, 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 or is it not even going to happen? Who knows? But that was like the least of my fucking concern. But how funny would it be, you know? Boop, 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 boop. Yep, the purge is starting. The purge is starting. That'd be great. But yeah, man, hope to see that happen. But the trolls are fucked. All the handles are fucked. So enjoy the show. Peace out.